Hi, my name's Ricky. I'm with D-Tel Telecommunications, and what we're going to do is show you how to use the basic features of the AllWorks 9212 phone. There are a couple other types of phones, the 9204, the 9224, and all the functions are pretty much the same. You just have fewer or less buttons that you can program. So the first thing we're going to do is look at how to take a call and how to make a call. So if the phone is ringing, basically all you're going to do is pick up the handset, or you're going to press the speakerphone to answer the call. Pretty simple, easy to do. You should have a flashing light on one of your lines, and again, your phone should ring. Just pick it up and answer it, or press the speakerphone. To make a call, depending on your setup, you may have to press 9 and then your number. You don't have to pick the handset up to do this. You can pick the handset up if you want it more private, or you can just start dialing on the keypad. So you press 9 and then dial your number. The call should go through, or you may have line buttons here that you can press a line and not have to dial 9. There's a couple different ways to do that. The next thing we're going to look at is how to put a call on hold. So if you have a phone call and you need to go look up some information for the customer, if you press the hold key, which is right here, that's going to hold the call specifically to your phone. That way no one else in the building can get to it. The call will be there when you get back. Now, if you want to park the call for someone else to be able to get to it in the building, you're going to use the park key, which is right here in the middle. That park key is going to allow everyone else in the building to see the call, and then you can either call that person and let them know they have a phone call, or you could page and let them know that they have it. So there's two different ways to do that, hold or park. To transfer a call, what you want to do is while you have the call going or established, don't press the hold key or the park key, just press the transfer key and then dial the extension number, or some folks may have the BLF key over here, which is direct dial to a station, and you can hit transfer and that station key, or transfer and dial the extension. There's also blind transfer or announce transfer. So if you have the handset up and you transfer a call to an extension, if you don't hang the handset up, you can announce the caller to that person. If they don't want to take the call, you can always get the call back by pressing the key. Or you can hit transfer, dial the extension, and then simply hang the phone up, and that will transfer. That's what we call blind transfer. The next thing we're going to do is show you how to do a three-way conference. And it's pretty simple. The best way I like to describe it is having a call on the phone, press the conference key, dial another phone, press conference again, and that'll tie all three parties together. So the procedure goes call, conference, call, conference. As simple as that. If you want to release those calls, you can press the release key. Next thing on our list is do not disturb. So if you look right down here, it says mute D&D. And that's a multifunction key. So if the phone is in an idle state, you're going to press this button and it puts the phone in do not disturb. You can see that it's lit amber. Anyone that calls your phone will go directly to voicemail, or how you have your call presence set up for that mode, and I'll show you those in a little bit. If you have the handset up or you're on speakerphone and you press the mute key, it lights up red. That means the caller can no longer hear you. It shuts off your microphone on either your handset or your speakerphone, and that's if you have a call established at that time. So it is a multifunction key. The next thing we have is the volume key, which is right below the mute key, and it's also a multifunction key. That key, if you have the handset up and you press the volume key, it's going to cut the volume up or down on the handset. If you have it on speakerphone and you press the volume key up, it's going to change the volume on your speakerphone. Now in an idle state, it'll change the ringer on your phone and make it louder or lower. So if you press that in an idle state, it's going to cut the ringer up or down. So that's also a multifunction key. So the next thing we're going to do, if you want to forward your phone to another phone so they can cover for you while you're either at lunch or you're on a business call or something like that, and you need to forward your phone for someone else to cover, you can dial 45 plus the extension number, and that will forward your phone to that other phone. Now to remove that forward, you're going to dial 450 on your phone. All right, the next thing we're going to look at is how to answer a phone that's not ringing at your desk. So if you have someone else close to you in the office and you hear their phone ringing and you need to take that call, you're going to dial 7 and their extension number. So if you need to answer extension 102, you'll dial 7102 while it's ringing, and you can pick that call up on your phone. Now we're going to look at paging. There's a couple different ways we can do overhead paging or on the phone paging. Often we'll put a page key on the phone that will do this for you, but if you don't have that paging key on your phone, you can dial 460 and that will page overhead and on all the phones. Now we're going to set up personal speed dials. So what you'll do up here is hit the config button on the phone, and you'll see the first thing that pops up is personal speed dial. So if you press that check key, when that's highlighted, you'll see 0 through 9. Gives you 10 personal speed dial buttons. And what you'll do, the first one's highlighted, hit the check key. You'll see enter speed dial number. So you'll want to enter 9 and then your number. That way it'll pick up an outside line before it dials the number. Once you enter your digits there, press the check key again and enter the description. It's just like the old way of texting used to be. If you want a B, you're going to hit the 2 3 times and it shows up a B. So once you're done there, hit the check key again and it'll store that speed dial number. And you can scroll down to the next one and do it as well. If you have these buttons up here programmed for personal speed dials, it'll auto-populate those buttons. So the first one up here would be speed dial 0 through 9 if you have that button available to you. The next thing we're going to do is look at changing your presence settings. Now there's 7 different presences you can choose from. If you'll press the presence key that's in your display, you'll see you have in office, at a meeting, on vacation, on a business trip, at home, or away, and busy. So those are the 7 different presences you can choose from. Now in a little bit I'll show you how to set those presences up where it could dial your cell phone, or it could go straight to voicemail, or dial any other type of call routing that you would like to set up. You can set that up on your desktop. So again, presence, and pick your presence setting, change it, and it'll show up here as an amber light, and it'll also show up here in your display on vacation if that's what you chose. Change it back to in office. When you're in your office, this light goes out and the presence displays in office in the display. Now to set up your voicemail on this system, you see you have your message key right here. Press your message key and it shows up your extension in the display. Press OK and then it's looking for the password. By default, the password is 1234. So you'll enter your password and hit OK, and then it'll show up in the display and you can set up your voicemail that way, or you can listen to voicemails, retrieve voicemails, that sort of thing. You can also do this by pressing the message key twice and it'll call that voicemail for you. So then it's looking for your password followed by the pound sign. You'll enter that and then you'll go into your mailbox that way as well. So you can either do it through the display or you can do it through the voice prompts. So either hit the message key once and follow the display prompts, or hit the message key twice and follow the voice prompts. That's how you'll either retrieve your messages or set up your mailbox. Another key we have here is intercom. So if you need to call someone that's in the office, press the intercom key and then dial their extension. You have a release key here which hangs up your calls. And then the info key right here, if you'll press that, you can see what's stored under each button on the phone. So anytime you need to know, if you don't have a label here, or if it's not showing you what's there, you can press the info key and see what that button is programmed as. Hello, my name's Ricky. I'm with D-Tel Telecommunications. I'm going to show you how to use the My AllWorks Manager. If you'll log into a browser and then get the IP address from your administrator of the system, type the IP address up here in the browser. For instance, this one's 192.168.0.225. So we type that in the display and you'll see it'll come up with My AllWorks Manager. Now you can log in right up here at this button, and I've already done that. So you'll put in your username, which is the username of your phone, and then your password, which is the same password as your voicemail, and you can log into your page. And what you see displayed here is a directory of everybody that's listed on the system. So you'll have all the extensions listed right there for you. The next thing you can look at is My Call Details. Now what this is going to show you is all the calls that you've made and all the people that's called you. So if you ever need to go back and look at a number that called you and you didn't actually write it down or you missed it somehow, you can go back and look at these numbers and it'll show you who you've called and who's called you. This one's blank because we hadn't made any phone calls on this phone recently. All right. You can also go look at your extension, and this is how you're going to program the call routes on your My Allworks Manager, and on your phone. So if you would like your away set up, you'll hit Modify, which will be on the right of your screen. Click that button, and then it'll ask you what you want to do. If you want to call an extension, or you want to forward your phone, or you want to dial a number, you'll need to put 9 and the phone number in there if it's a cell phone. You can also change your presences right here from your manager. So if you want to change your presence to in office, just press the in office feature, press update, and it's going to change your presence to in office, and you'll see it change right up here in the display. Alright, so now you see we've changed to in office, so our presence is updated, and it'll also change on the phone. So the next thing you're going to look at here, if you look at this phone functions button, you always have a user guide right on your display of your desktop or your iPad or whatever you're using, laptop. So you'll never be able to lose that function card again. It shows you how to do everything I've already explained to you on the other video. Outside line access, set up your personal speed dials, check your voicemails, intercom calling, call forwarding, transfer calls, parking, three-way conferences, paging. It's all in there for you right here on your desktop. You don't have to keep up with the paper copy anymore, so you have that accessible to you. One of the newest features that Allworks has introduced to us lately is called Reach. And if you'll look at the Reach app, it's almost identical to the phone that you have on your desk. You see the keypad here. You can look at your call details, all your contacts that you have stored, any voicemails that you may have that you need to listen to, and then you also have a setup page here, and it can show you how to set up your server, your handset, your personal settings, that sort of thing. So if you want to make a phone call, all you have to do is dial 9 and dial the number, and then hit call, and that'll send the call right out. And it's just like you were sitting at your desk. If you have 3G set up on your phone or 4G on your iPad or Android device, it's just like you were in the office. No one ever knows you're not even there. The phone number shows up as your display from your desk telephone number, so you're not giving out any cell phone numbers or anything like that. And it's connected right on your iPad. You can use this Wi-Fi, or you can use this on the cellular network. You can also change your presence here right off of your iPad. Put it in Do Not Disturb, or you can make intercom calls back to the office. And this is a great feature that Allworks has added for us. It can really make your users mobile. They don't have to be tied to their desk anymore. They can take their phone out of the office with them and never miss another sales call or any type of call that's needed at your establishment. So if you have any questions or you'd like to talk to us more about the Allworks phone system, you can give us a call. It's D-Tel Telecommunications. Our number is 704-867-4507, or you can visit us on the web at www.dteltel.com. That's the letter D, T-E-L-T-E-L.com. Thank you.